Planning a trip to St. John's, Newfoundland? This charming coastal city is packed with unforgettable experiences, from dramatic cliffside hikes and colorful historic villages to world-class museums and breathtaking wildlife encounters. Whether you're into culture, nature, or a bit of both, there's something here that will surprise you. In this video, we're counting down 8 of the absolute best things to do in St. John's. So stick around, because number 1 might just be the highlight of your entire trip. Let's dive in. Number 8, Signal Hill National Historic Site and Cabot Tower. At the edge of St. John's, overlooking the harbor and the Atlantic beyond, Signal Hill National Historic Site delivers one of the most breathtaking views in Newfoundland. From the top, you get a full 360-degree panorama: city, coastline, ocean, all in one sweep. But Signal Hill isn't just about the view. Head into the visitor center to uncover the deep history of this strategic spot, and walk among the ruins of Queen's Battery, originally built back in the 1700s. At the very top sits Cabot Tower, built in 1898 to commemorate the 400th anniversary of John Cabot's voyage. It's also the site of a major technological breakthrough. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi received the first-ever transatlantic wireless signal right here. Inside the tower, you'll find exhibits telling the story of that world-changing moment. Don't miss the noonday gun. It's fired daily in summer beside the tower. And if you visit during summer months, catch the Signal Hill Tattoo, a high-energy reenactment with marching bands, cannons, and musket fire, bringing to life the final battle of the 7 Years' War, fought right here in 1762. Number 7, Quidi Vidi. Just around the bend from Signal Hill, the cozy fishing village of Quidi Vidi feels like stepping into a postcard. Tucked along the edge of a quiet inlet, this little community has become a creative hub, where local artists and craftspeople open their studios to visitors. You're not just browsing for souvenirs here. You're meeting the makers. Step inside a workshop, watch a craft in action, and hear the stories behind each handmade piece. Overlooking the inlet is the historic Quidi Vidi Battery, a fortification that dates back to the French occupation of St. John's. When the British regained control in 1780, they reinforced the site and held it as a garrison until 1870. Inside the battery, you'll even find what's believed to be the oldest surviving house in British Canada, built in 1740. Follow the narrow channel connecting the inlet to Quidi Vidi Lake, and you'll arrive at the heart of a major tradition. Every summer, the lake hosts the St. John's Regatta, the oldest organized sporting event in North America. Number 6, hike the East Coast Trail. If you're looking for epic hiking with jaw-dropping scenery, the East Coast Trail delivers. Stretching more than 300 kilometers along Newfoundland's rugged Atlantic coast, this is one of Canada's most breathtaking hikes. The trail starts just north of St. John's at Cape St. Francis and runs all the way down to Cappahayden, with dozens of access points along the way, perfect for day hikes or longer treks. What makes this trail truly unforgettable is what you'll find along the way. Towering cliffs, dramatic fjords, and sea stacks rise from the ocean. You'll pass remote lighthouses, puffin colonies, whale-watching lookouts, and even the ruins of abandoned fishing villages. Depending on the season, you might spot drifting icebergs or catch a glimpse of the world's southernmost caribou herd. One of the highlights? The Spout, a natural sea geyser that blasts water through a rock chimney with every crashing wave. It's accessible via a stunning stretch of trail from Bay Bulls to Shoal Bay. Whether you're here for the challenge or the views, the East Coast Trail is pure Newfoundland magic. Number 5. Visit Johnson GEO Centre, set into the ancient rock of Signal Hill. The Johnson GEO Centre is one of the most unique museums in Newfoundland. Instead of towering above ground, this science and geology center is built deep into the bedrock, some of it over 500 million years old. From the moment you enter, you're surrounded by stories carved into stone, making it a fascinating journey through Earth's history. Inside, the exhibits are immersive and family-friendly. You'll walk through time, from the birth of the solar system to the formation of Newfoundland's landscape. Interactive displays let you experience plate tectonics, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. The center also features exhibits on space exploration, oil and gas, and climate science. One of the highlights is the Titanic exhibit, which explores the iceberg that sank the legendary ship and how Newfoundland played a role in that tragic event. There's also a section dedicated to human evolution and the changing planet. Whether you're a science lover or just curious about the forces that shape our world, the Johnson GEO Centre offers a deep, unforgettable look beneath the surface. Literally, a must-visit in St. John's. Number 4. Salmonier Nature Park, just 45 minutes from St. John's, you'll find one of Newfoundland's best spots to see wildlife up close. Salmonier Nature Park. While the vast wilderness surrounding the city is filled with moose, caribou, and other wild creatures, catching a glimpse of them in the wild isn't always easy. That's where this park comes in. Salmonier Nature Park is a peaceful, forested sanctuary that's home to many of Newfoundland's native species. As you walk the 2-mile loop of boardwalk and forest trails, you'll have a chance to see moose, caribou, lynx, foxes, beavers, otters, snowy owls, and more, each in thoughtfully designed habitats that mimic their natural environment. It's more than just a zoo. Originally created for wildlife education, the park has grown into a hub for conservation, rehabilitation, and environmental research. It's the perfect spot for families, photographers, and nature lovers who want to connect with the island's wildlife in a respectful and responsible way. Quiet, scenic, and educational, Salmonier Nature Park is a must-visit for anyone exploring the natural side of Newfoundland. Number 3. Puffin and whale watching. Newfoundland's east coast is home to North America's largest puffin and kittiwake colonies, and it's an absolute haven for bird lovers. In fact, over 90% of the continent's Atlantic puffins breed right here in Newfoundland. Every summer, more than 2 million seabirds flock to the coast to nest, raise their chicks, and feast on capelin, small, silvery fish that arrive in massive numbers from mid-June to mid-July. But it's not just the birds chasing the capelin. Whales follow the fish too, making this one of the best places in the world to spot them. June and July are peak viewing months, and sometimes you don't even need a boat. You can catch sight of whales breaching right from the shoreline. Of course, if you want a closer look, hop on a whale and puffin watching cruise from Bay Bulls or Witless Bay. These tours often bring you face-to-face with some of the 20 whale species that visit the deep coastal waters. And for land-based viewing, head to the village of Flat Rock along Marine Drive. It's a scenic spot for spotting both whales and icebergs. Number 2. Explore Bell Island. Just a short ferry ride from Portugal Cove, just north of St. John's, Bell Island feels like stepping into a different world. This island was once the site of the world's largest undersea ore mine, and its dramatic sandstone cliffs tell the story of both natural and industrial history. Unlike most of the surrounding region, which is mostly granite and shale, Bell Island is made up of softer sandstone. That's what gives it those striking 100-foot cliffs, sea stacks, and caves. sculpted over time by the relentless force of the Atlantic. Start your visit at the Mines Museum, where you can dive into the fascinating past of the island's mining days. Then, explore the scenic trails that lead to a historic lighthouse, quiet beaches, and stunning views over the cliffs and coastline. One of the highlights is Greb's Nest, at the north end of the island. Here, seabirds nest along the high cliffs above sea caves, creating a breathtaking scene of nature and wildlife in motion. Whether you're into geology, history, or just epic coastal views, Bell Island delivers something unforgettable. Number 1. The Rooms, sitting high on a ridge above the city. The Rooms is where culture, history, and art all come together under one roof. It's home to the Provincial Museum, the Provincial Archives, and the Art Gallery of Newfoundland and Labrador, blended into one unforgettable experience. Inside, it's not your typical museum. This place is packed with hands-on exhibits and interactive programs. You might meet a real Newfoundland dog, sample traditional local dishes, or tap your foot to some lively folk music. You can even try your hand at playing an instrument or experimenting with a new art form. Want to know how Newfoundland and Labrador helped shape the early days of air travel? They cover that too, with immersive displays that bring history to life. It's the kind of spot where there's always something new to discover, for kids, adults, and everyone in between. And before you leave, head up to the observation deck for sweeping views of St. John's and the harbor. It's a perfect way to end your visit.